everybody. I'm Rose. I'm a professional meditation trainer and coach, and I'm really happy to bring you today's guidance, which I call the 3 nuggets of mindful meditation, or we can just call it mindfulness. I'm not going to tell you what those 3 nuggets are. Instead, they're going to be revealed to you in the guidance that I'm going to guide in just a little bit. And I think that's the best way to do it, through your experience. So, but sometimes it's good to come back to the beginning of a practice maybe that we've done for a long time, or maybe just even for a little bit, and just check into just what that is again. So at Essence of Soul, we can define meditation as a way to practice focusing your mind so that you become more aware in general. Mindfulness meditation, excuse me, is a way of noticing what goes on inside you and all around you in your environment in a way that is present-centered and non-judgmental of that experience. And let's find out what that all is. Just again, it's a very potent, empowering, and at times really delightful practice that can do some positive changes in your life. So go ahead and if you're seated, let's stretch up your spine and then relax all muscles that aren't supporting that spine. And you can leave your eyes open or closed, or cast downward in a soft gaze. If you're comfortable doing it, I suggest that you close your eyes as we explore this. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is, on the next 3 or 4 normal exhales in your breathing cycle, nothing special, just notice how on each exhale the muscles in our rib cage, our stomach, our whole torso just relaxes. And just notice that gentle gift that we always have available in one way or another every day. Okay, good. Now what I would like you to do is see if you can bring an image into your mind. For some people, this is really easy. For others, it's more challenging. And for anybody, it can vary from time to time as to how easy it is. But let's give it a try. What I'm going to ask you to do is to think of something, an image of something, a time, an event that was just kind of delightful for you, pleasurable, enjoyable, meaningful, calming, maybe even hilarious and funny, like a comedy. It could be time spent walking with your pet, maybe even a cat. Some people walk cats. With your friends or family, even alone, in your garden, in nature. It doesn't matter what it is. Take just a moment and go ahead and if you can't think of one, go ahead and make up an image of something that makes you happy. For example, for me, it's a walk in the wild where there are trees and creeks and maybe some bird sounds. For you, it might be something completely different. Whatever is true for you. And go ahead, and if you don't have this image, see if you can make one up. If that doesn't work, just go ahead and open your eyes, and maybe you'll notice something in front of you that's somewhat pleasurable. So now, in order to help us stay focused on this image, even if it comes and goes, we're going to try to remember details about that image. Okay, our mind may even make some of those details up, and that's perfectly okay. If you're with a friend walking in the woods, what color is the friend's hair? What color is some of their clothing? Are there birds flying around and moving? What are their movements? What do you see? How big are the trees? What colors are the plants? Are there flowers? How big are they? What color are they? Are they moving? And just gently do that. Don't worry for a minute whether you're doing it right, whether it's clear, whether it comes and goes. We're just going to allow our mind's best effort at doing this. Notice the details of our image very matter-of-factly. That's interesting. Maybe with curiosity. Maybe the wind blows and then it goes away. Whatever the image is for you, that helps us keep our attention, our concentration. And eventually, that's the insight function of mindfulness meditation. And we'll talk about that later in another meditation. What is the sky like? And if you like, just make up your own scenario where you're happy. Okay. Very good. If you notice any happiness, just greet that happiness with openness and allowingness. Wow, I feel good. I'm just going to hold on to that as tight as I can. No, we're not doing that. Just saying, wow, that's interesting. Look at that come and go, that happiness. Oh, I notice frustration and impatience. Interesting. Oh, I notice it in one part of my body and maybe in another part. Oh, that's interesting. That's an insight function. When I notice the details of my image, crystal beautiful colors, movements, stillness, laughter, barking, mooing. No, you never know, maybe you're in a farm area. It's all very interesting. We're not pushing it away if we don't like it. We're just, very interesting. Okay, very good. And now I'm going to ask you to just start to let go of that. Move your body around very gently. Just move your head very gently back and forth or around. Become aware of your surroundings. And if your eyes were closed, go ahead and open them. How did that go for you? When you were focusing, keeping your attention as best you could on the image, that's the first nugget, concentration. Concentration. That's common to many meditation systems in the world. Here's a really cool nugget. It's the insight function. The clarity of the details that you noticed in that image, even if it was only one or two, even if only a little fuzzy. That becomes very important because sometimes we're driven by things that go on that we're not aware of. That makes us aware, that gives us an insight as to what's going on, and it makes what we notice richer. And finally, and probably most important, is just allowing it to be what it is. That is what we notice, that experience that we're noticing. That's called equanimity. And that helps us be less reactive in our lives. So if you feel like continuing this for a little bit longer, if it's relaxing to you, please do feel free. You can drop into it at any time and join me next week for our next meditation exploration. Thanks for coming. See you later.